We've all heard about family farms, but who are the farmers? Eric Savek, Tyler Savek, and Jordan Savek. Together they run Savek Farms, a family-owned farm for more than 100 years, and Savek Meats, a one-of-a-kind online meat store. And this is their life on a farm.
So the farm was started back when? 1913?
That's right. My great-grandfather came over with his family.
Your great-grandfather?
Yes.
Cool.
From Czechoslovakia, and they bought this farm right here.
Nice. So it's been around a while.
That's right. And back then they used horses, plows, crosscut saws, and buggies.
Sign me up. Just kidding. Just kidding. Modern technology.
We do appreciate having a tractor and a chainsaw.
Yes.
No
those
question.
are very, very nice things.
Those two things and you're good.
So, and then in the 70s you got into chickens? Or?
Well, Dad had chickens when I was born.
Oh, okay.
He chickens out of high school. And at one point we had 14,000 laying hens on this farm. And they gave about 10,000 eggs per day.
That's a lot of eggs.
So I got paid to go out and gather the eggs after school. And they paid me, like, back in the time, 3 cents for a flat. 30 eggs, okay? You'll say, well, that's not much. But I got pretty good at it. And I could go out there in an hour, hour and a half and make 12 bucks.
I think 10 cents an egg sounds good.
Well,
inflation.
nowadays, I don't know, but when you get real efficient at it,
Oh, yeah, no.
you know, and you do piecework, you can
Yep.
make some pretty good money.
That indeed. Any fun times?
Oh, well, yes. Every once in a while, the chickens would lay eggs without shells. They'd be rubberized eggs. And so, as we went through the barns with the carts, we would keep them stashed in a certain place for when somebody would walk by on the other row.
The opportune moment.
That's right. And sometimes you would take them and just lob them over the cages, trying to see if you could hit the other person in the head.
You know, I think we'll have to relive this, because every now and then I have a duck that lays an egg in the same fashion, so who should we throw it at?
I get to throw it.
Well, throw it at Jordan.
Hey!
He's on the camera, you can't see him, but...
Hello. And it's stalled.
Oh, no. Well, lame chicken jokes for you?
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I've got some lame chicken jokes for you. What do you call the chicken on top of the pecking order?
I don't know.
Attila the Hun.
Okay.
And why do chickens lay eggs?
I don't know.
Because if they drop them, they break.
Oh.
And why does the turkey cross the road?
Get away from you.
Because he's not a chicken. You want to have some fun online, look up lame chicken jokes. It's just, there's lots of them.
So in the late 80s, we decided to get into pigs instead of chickens. So we converted our barns to handle pigs.
And you sold them commercially for a long time, right?
That's right. We sold them commercially, but we have always had mothers, babies, and all sizes of pigs here on this farm.
Yep. Continuous cycle all year round, so we always have pigs.
That's right. And about 10 or 15 years ago, we decided, you know, it's time to start looking into the local market. So we started selling butcher hogs to people as they wanted them.
Yeah, and we started a website. It makes it real easy to order
Yeah,
pigs of any kind.
can order them online. And then 3 years ago, we started Savek Meats.
Yes, we did. That was an idea I had, and I came down, told him one morning, and he took it amazingly fast. And in 2 days, I was making websites, business cards. He had bought a building. Yeah, it was, and I think in 3 months we had it open, didn't we?
That's correct. It was just funny because I've raised pigs. I've never sold meat. So I'm sitting down trying to figure out, well, how am I going to price it so that it's affordable, but, you know, we make enough money to make it work. And so I spent the next week doing that.
Yep, this was in the middle of winter, so we had time to do it, but it was just job.
Doing everything 3 months in the middle of winter. It
So-
happened way faster than we thought it
So
would.
we bought a portable shed, and we run electric wires for the freezers
Yep.
in the walls. Then we put insulation and a massive electric box over in one corner. And then we put OSB around the sides and up and over and put lights in.
Yeah. So, if you want meat, specifically pork, you can check out one of our websites. Let's see. Is there any funny stories we should add into this mix from when we were kids?
Well, I mean, there's messing around on tractor tires. That's always a fun one.
Oh yeah, Jordan and I, when he was
Probably 7 or 8.
7 or 8, he got to ride the tractor with me in the summertime.
Those were long days.
He wasn't able to drive it yet. So while the manure spreader was loading, we had this big old manure spreader tire laying down there beside the spreader. And we would get out and wrestle on it.
Had to do something to
I'd
pass the
start the
time.
spreader loading, we'd go wrestle for a minute or two, and then come back in the tractor and be full. And then we'd go spread it.
Yep, and eventually I got the great idea, let's just roll it down the hill and watch it bounce. So we did.
All right. And what about the...
Oh, just hang on a second here. I've got a story.
Oh?
We would all ride with him when we used to cultivate corn back in the day. We were behind our house, but the back of the field connected to another field. So we were in the other field. It was about a half mile away,
No,
probably.
it's about a mile and a half total.
No, well, it was like half mile away. Well, we conveniently needed either more water or snacks. Jordan probably spent like 4 or 5 round trips walking back and forth.
I went at least 4
Hey,
miles that
Jordan,
day.
why don't you go get us a cookie?
He'd get back from one thing, we'd send him for another. He got his exercise.
Yep.
And then I remember getting you pretty good. Sometimes water fights would just randomly break out when
That's
we were
right.
younger. And so I can't remember what exactly we were doing, but I had a 5-gallon bucket of water sitting on the back.
I can tell you what we were doing. We were laying blocks on that wall.
Oh, okay.
And I was in conquer mode. Let's get this thing done. I need a little bit more mud to finish up, guys.
Anyway, I was on the back of a pickup truck with a bucket of water. I said, "Hey, Jordan, why don't you call him over and pretend like you need help?" So he comes over thinking he needs help, and we just dumped the entire thing right on him.
I was drenched.
And he had to admit, we got him good that time.
There was no denying it.
No denying it.
That's right.
Well, thanks for watching. We hope this was an enjoyable video for you. We plan to do these every now and then just so people can get to know the farmers and see what happens on a farm that you might not think would happen on a farm. So
That's right.
you can check out our websites and taste the difference.